The Splinter Cell remake has gone through some issues during its development tenure, but we have got a brand new update on the remake about when we could actually be seeing it, and this actually comes from the Insider Gaming Weekly podcast, which I will leave links into the description. And what Tom Henderson says here is that the Splinter Cell remake had gone through a lot of delays internally, but it's likely that we're going to be seeing the game in 2027. As of right now, the next big game is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is the remake of Assassin's Creed 4, and the next big game after that will be the brand new Ghost Recon game, which we've also discussed on this channel. Those links will also be in the description and pinned comment section below. Now, the Splinter Cell remake was actually announced in December 2021, and since then it has gone through some major shakeup. It seems that with Ubisoft having over 12 Battle Royale live service games in development at one point, they wanted to take the games as a service model to the brand new Splinter Cell game, which caused some tensions behind the scenes. This was ultimately scrapped and actually became the game X Defiant, which is no longer in operation. Also in 2025, the Splinter Cell remake lost its game director as there was some management changes behind the scenes, and the site Tech4Gamers actually found what the job description for the new director would entail. It says, on being a game director on Splinter Cell, as a game director on Splinter Cell, you're responsible for the moment-to-moment gameplay. How do the gadgets work? How do NPCs search when they notice something amiss? How light does the camera need to feel? How much noise does it make when Sam Fisher takes down an enemy? You'll be helping us execute all of these things. Perhaps more importantly, you'll be fine-tuning the experience when all of those things come together. You're helping all of the elements resonate at just the right frequency to ensure a highly polished, hardcore stealth experience that invites players in and rewards mastery. Tech4Gamers also states that back in 2022, David Grivel departed Ubisoft after a long decade career and left the remake without a director. At the time, Splinter Cell Remake had only been known to the public for a few months, but it seems history is repeating itself, because there were reports of a remake in turbulent development. Ubisoft's ad for a director is certainly cause for concern. Splinter Cell Remake has not appeared in a major trailer or gameplay video for a very long time now, and this job ad has only raised further eyebrows regarding the project's current state. Ubisoft has also gone through major structural changes recently thanks to a deal with Tencent. Following this deal, the Assassin's Creed IP has lost its director after several years. Nonetheless, it remains to be seen what the future for Splinter Cell Remake holds. However, insider from Insider Gaming Tom Henderson did state that the remake actually looked impressive from what he had seen, which was also in 2025. Now, some more troubling news was the recent layoffs at Red Storm Entertainment's gaming division, as the entire division was closed. Now, this team was working on approximately 10 projects at Ubisoft, including Splinter Cell Remake and also the next mainline Ghost Recon game. Now, this team was more of a support studio to Ubisoft, but it must have done a lot of important work, and having those layoffs of over 100 staff members at Ubisoft just now gone from the company and had their access revoked may lead to even further delays for Splinter Cell Remake. And with all this troubled development, even though Tom Henderson said that the game looked good from what he had seen, Ubisoft is very unpredictable. I mean, we were so close to be getting the Sands of Time remake. A lot of us actually anticipated the Sands of Time remake to actually be shadow dropped or released in January 2026, and then the game was just abruptly cancelled in that same month. I hope this isn't something that we see with Splinter Cell, but only time will tell. I also do want to say that I think Splinter Cell is a much bigger IP than Prince of Persia, and again, because Tom Henderson it looked good from what he had seen, I'm more hopeful that this game won't get cancelled abruptly. However, the great news about this whole Splinter Cell saga is that the original director, David Grivel, who actually left the project in 2022, returned to Ubisoft Toronto to finish what he had started, according to Insider Gaming. The article reads that announced on his LinkedIn profile, David Grivel announced that he's rejoining Ubisoft Toronto as the project's game director for the Splinter Cell Remake. The Splinter Cell Remake originally started development in 2021 under the codename North, with not much else being said on the game since. Insider Gaming exclusively reported in 2024 that the game is currently in development on the Snowdrop engine with a tentative release date of 2026, which has now been delayed internally, likely to 2027. It's likely, given the projects and Ubisoft as a whole, issues that this release date is no longer accurate, of course, but we will update our readers when we learn more. Insider Gaming received footage of the project in early 2025, which showed Irving Lambert speaking to Sam Fisher in a superb cinematic. As it's understood, the Splinter Cell Remake is a fully fledged remake from the ground up, which will include being built around a modern audience from the ground up rather than a simple graphical rehaul. And this game is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC. So it's amazing that the original director has returned and is likely going to put the project back on track for a major release for 2027. Now, Splinter Cell also exists outside of gaming through Netflix's animated movie and also in the Ubisoft Blood Dragon series, Splinter Cell had a very prominent role. He's also appeared in a crossover of the game Ghost of Tabor, a VR extraction-based shooter. So Splinter Cell is much more alive than Prince of Persia, and it seems that Ubisoft's lineup for 2026 will be Black Flag Resync and the next mainline Ghost Recon, and for 2027 hopefully we will get Far Cry 7 and the Splinter Cell Remake. Also, in regard to the future of the Splinter Cell Remake, because David Grivel is now back on board and is heading the project once again, hopefully we can also get remakes for Splinter Cell 2 to 3 all the way to Blacklist, as a Splinter Cell 2 remake wouldn't be as hard as 1, especially if the first remake is received well, as a lot of the game mechanics, gameplay core, graphics, assets, everything would have already been done. So of course there would be new things to make, but they wouldn't be starting from scratch. So I hope that this remake is done well, and not only can we see more remakes from Ubisoft in the future, but also a brand new Splinter Cell game, which would further the legacy of the Splinter Cell franchise. Perhaps they can spin off in different genres like they did with the Prince of Persia Lost Crown and Rogue Prince of Persia, but we'll have to wait and find out. Right now the focus is on the Splinter Cell remake in terms of the Splinter Cell IP, and maybe there will be a Ghost Recon crossover likely, as they did with Breakpoint. Sam Fisher was in Breakpoint as a playable character and had his own missions. Perhaps we will see the same thing again with this next mainline Ghost Recon to cross promote the two games within each other. I will be talking about more Ubisoft franchises like the next Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, all of that is on the channel, and of course the AAA games outside of Ubisoft like Cyberpunk, The Witcher 4, The Elder Scrolls 6 and so much more. So if you love RPGs, single player games, AAA games, go ahead, like and subscribe. And guys, it is finally here. The Balboa Club Witch Hunt Collection Volume 1 is now available and will run from December through February, and this drop is specifically inspired by The Witcher, as I wanted to blend the styles of the wrestling world with the games we all know and love. So please go ahead and check out the Balboa Club store. It's on the channel store page, and the website is in the description and pinned comment section below.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement.